The bank teller slipped me a note. Your wife was here yesterday closing accounts. I stared at the piece of paper while pretending to fill out a deposit slip. My wife Diane had told me she was visiting her mother yesterday. The teller, a young woman named Bethany who'd worked there for years, kept glancing at me nervously. I pocketed the note and walked out without making my deposit. In the parking lot, I called Diane's mother. She hadn't seen Diane in 2 weeks. My hands were shaking as I drove home. Diane's car was in the driveway. She was in the kitchen making lunch like nothing was wrong. How was your mom? I asked. She smiled and said her mother was doing great. Talked about their shopping trip, the lunch they'd had at that Italian place her mom loved. Every word was a lie. That night, I checked our joint accounts online. Everything looked normal, but Bethany had risked her job to warn me, so I knew something was wrong. I started digging deeper. Found a credit card I didn't know existed, maxed out. Found charges for a storage unit across town. Found hotel receipts from when she was supposedly at book club. The next morning, after Diane left for work, I drove to the storage unit, used our anniversary date as the code, and it worked. Inside were boxes of our things. Photo albums, my grandfather's watch, her jewelry, even our emergency cash I kept hidden in the garage. She'd been slowly moving our life into storage. But why? I hired a private investigator that afternoon, told him everything. He said he'd seen this before and asked a question that chilled me. Has your wife ever mentioned life insurance? We had a policy, sure, but nothing substantial, or so I thought. The investigator found 3 more policies I'd apparently signed but had no memory of. Total payout if I died, $2 million. That evening, Diane made my favorite dinner. Steak, medium rare, just how I liked it. She watched me eat every bite. You seem tired lately, she said. Maybe you should see a doctor. I said I felt fine. She insisted I looked pale, kept pushing water on me, said I needed to stay hydrated. The water tasted slightly off, metallic. I pretended to drink it but poured it into a plant when she wasn't looking. Later, the plant's leaves started turning brown. The investigator called the next day. Diane had been married before, twice. Both husbands died of sudden illnesses within 2 years of marriage. Both had large insurance payouts. Neither death was investigated. She'd changed her name each time, moved states, started over. I was husband number 3. That night, I couldn't sleep. Diane lay beside me, breathing steadily. The woman I'd loved for 5 years was planning to kill me. Every kiss goodbye could be the last. Every meal could be poisoned. Every I love you was a lie. I started recording everything, set up hidden cameras, collected samples of food and drinks she gave me, pretended to take the vitamins she suddenly insisted I needed but saved them instead. The lab results came back. Arsenic in the vitamins. Small doses, but enough to kill slowly, make it look like natural illness. The investigator had everything we needed, but when we went to the police, Diane was gone. The house was empty except for a note. I know you know. Don't try to find me. She'd withdrawn everything the day before. The accounts Bethany had warned me about. She'd been 1 step ahead the whole time. The storage unit was empty. Our valuables were gone. She'd even taken the poisoned vitamins. No evidence except my recordings and the investigator's notes. The police issued a warrant, but she'd vanished. They found the car abandoned at the airport. No record of her on any flight. A week later, I got a postcard from Mexico. No words, just a smiley face, then nothing. The FBI got involved when they connected her to 5 dead husbands across the country, not just 2. She'd been doing this for 15 years. They said I was lucky. Bethany at the bank saved my life with that note. I moved cities, changed jobs, started over. But I still check every woman I date against the FBI photos of Diane, even though she's probably changed her face by now. Sometimes I wonder if she ever felt anything real for me. Was every moment calculated? Every laugh fake? Every intimate moment part of the con? Last month, I got another postcard. This time from Canada. Just 3 words. You were different. I gave it to the FBI, but we all know they'll never catch her. She's too smart, too careful. Somewhere out there, she's probably married again. Some poor guy is eating her home-cooked meals, taking her vitamins, signing insurance papers, thinking he's found the love of his life. I keep Bethany's note in my wallet, a reminder that sometimes strangers save your life with small acts of courage. I sent her a thank you card once the investigation was over. She replied that she'd seen Diane studying insurance websites on her phone while waiting in line. That tiny detail saved my life. My therapist says I have trust issues now. I laughed and said, wouldn't you? She agreed that maybe some trust issues are justified. I'm dating again, slowly, carefully. I do background checks. I cook my own meals. I don't take vitamins. When my new girlfriend asked why I was so paranoid, I showed her the FBI file. She understood. We've been together a year now. Sometimes when she cooks dinner, she takes the first bite to prove it's safe. It's become our dark little joke, except we both know it's not really a joke at all.